Hello, dear friends. Here we are at Kardec Radio at 11 p.m., nourishing our souls together. We're here studying the book Jesus in the Home. The Spirit Neio Lucio brings to us through the mediumship of Chico Xavier reports of actual meetings that happened with Jesus and people didn't know. So welcome, join us with your open heart, because the message today is about love, the messenger of love. Hello, friends, and don't forget, today we are here to know of one more instruction. It's as if we are in the gym of the soul with Jesus. We reincarnate to, what is that? I reincarnated to learn what, Virginia?
To be good!
Yay! Virginia is with us! Yay! Hello! Thank you, Virginia. And there is another friend with us.
Hello, friends!
Thank you, Carol, for joining us.
Thank you.
You know, it's so cool that today we're talking about love and we have a team working together, right, Virginia? Hello, friends. Yeah, Lívia Moraes saying hi. Leia Severo is here, right? Right? Yes, it's a live program. We're allowed to say hi. Melissa is saying hi. You want to say hi to Melissa? She's in New York. Hi, Melissa. And she's saying hi to Carol. Say hi. Melissa is here with us. Rudy. Yes, Virginia's in the house, Rudy. Yes. Yeah, it's joy because we're talking about love. We didn't plan it, right, Carol?
Right.
No planning. We just left the Spiritist Center and we just had enough time to shower Virginia, put her in her PJs, and she's with us. Carlos is downstairs. Right, Leia? Valéria Benfica is here with us. Rudy saying, we love you, Carol.
Love you too.
Rudy?
Yeah. Rudy, yes. You see, okay, it's super exciting. If you're watching or listening to this on demand, please don't turn it off because we promise the messages of love. So, just bear with us. Tolerate a little bit our joy and excitement here, right?
Yes.
So, what does it say here, Virginia?
The messenger of love.
Oh, whose messages is this, Virginia? Tell us.
Jesus!
Look, it's Jesus' message, so it must be special, right?
That's so.
Oh, yeah, that part I don't know. It didn't exist at Jesus' time. That's the introduction. How do we introduce messenger of love? With, Carol?
Love.
With love.
Of course.
Right? And that's how it feels?
Yes.
Our team of love to you. Right, Carol?
Right on.
Are you ready now, guys? So let us say hi to everybody. Hello, Sunshine.
Hi, Rudy.
Right, Rudy. Hi, Jailton. How are you? Lívia Moraes. Melissa. How are you? Beautiful Leia Severo. Raquel Bakeshi. How are you?
Hi, whoever's there.
John the Rosa is with us. Look, Mr. John is here with us. Hi, Mr. John. Hi. And Valéria Benfica is with us. Andrea Torres. Adilson. Tio Adilson. Oh, he's here with us. Not a Brazil. Okay, now, seriously, huh? Agreement? Thank you. All right. So now, let's wait. Let us ask for the good spirits to shower us with new understanding. Shall we? The messages of love. The chapter by Neio Lucio begins. During the meeting, everyone was discussing the predominance of wise men on earth, when Jesus calmly and simply began to recount the story. Tia Paula tá aqui. Oh, man. Thank you, Paula, for your kindness. A pretzel. Okay. So Jesus, imagine the meeting and the disciples discussing the predominance of wise men on earth. And then Jesus calmly and simply. So before we tell the story, there is a message in his body language, right, Virginia? Which is of calmness. No matter what happens, it's not the end of the world.
Never the end of the world.
It's never the end of the world, right?
Not even a pretzel.
Okay. Thank you. I'll call you when you come next. Thank you, Vivi. Thank you, Angie, for your loving kindness. And Dulce, thank you for your work, Angie. Okay. So calmly means no matter what happens, Jesus is teaching us, take it easy, do not go desperate. And he thinks that we should understand the message of simplicity. The message of simplicity is not trivial, because often we have a complex mind that tries to solve problems in complex ways. And it becomes really hard, because nothing in nature goes in that complicated way. Everything in nature becomes clear, it's very gradual, and very simple. That doesn't undermine the beauty of nature. But in nature, we're gonna find simplicity. Think of a flower. I know, I cannot make a flower. But when you look at a flower, it's a message of simplicity and beauty at the same time. Actually, beauty and simplicity, they go hand in hand. All right, Silvio Otero, thank you for joining us. So now he tells a story. Are you ready for the story? So let's go. Many years ago, when the world was in grave danger due to a crisis of ignorance and wickedness, the Almighty Father sent a messenger of knowledge, whose mission was to deliver the glorious message of life eternal. Upon taking human form in the physical realm, the learned worker became a teacher and greatly interested in literature. He fell in love with intellectual works exclusively and distanced himself in disgust from the unlearned crowds, believing that he was living on the enlightened vanguard, which was inaccessible to the understanding of ordinary folk. When the merciful Lord saw that the man was unable to live up to his commitments, he arranged for the visit of another messenger of knowledge, who after some time became a revered doctor. This new herald of providence took refuge in a room full of herbs and medicinal brews, only showing an interest in helping important patients who were able to pay him handsomely, and stating that common folk were too broke to be of interest to him. So, the all-caring Father decided to send yet another messenger of knowledge. But this one became a famous warrior. He used his sword of reckoning with great skill. He sided with cunning and vengeful men, and shunning the meek and the poor, he stated that the only purpose for such people was to point to the glory of bloodthirsty conquerors. Saddened by so much failure, the Supreme Lord sent yet another missionary of knowledge, who soon became an excellent musician. He confined himself to rich and lavish halls, composing music that intoxicated happy people's hearts with pleasure, and vowed that the people would not seduce his abilities, which he believed to be exceptionally advanced for his time. It was then that the Sublime Father, again worried about such failures, ordered a messenger of love to be sent.
Really.
The messenger of love to be sent to humankind. With great mercy, this messenger was able to reach the four corners of the world. The messenger of love felt compassion for the teacher, for the doctor, for the warrior, and for the musician, to the same extent that he felt mercy for the misfortune and primitiveness of the crowds. Determined to work in God's name, he became the diligent servant to all. He began to work for the common good, and identifying with the people to whom he had to come to serve, he forgave infinitely and repeated the same effort or the same lesson 1,000 times over. If he was humiliated and persecuted, he tried to see the offense as a beneficial challenge to his ability to perform regenerating deeds, so that he could bear witness to his trust in the Father who had sent him. In order to love his brothers and sisters in struggle without holding back, many times the messenger of love was compelled to pray for help from heaven when faced with the claws of slander and sarcasm. Nonetheless, the messenger of love found in the lowest manifestations of human nature even more reasons to dedicate himself with more fervor to better his fellow beings, who had yet to come to know the greatness and sublimity of the benevolent Father who had given them life. Thus, it was that by making himself the least of all, the messenger of love was able to light the renewing flame of faith and pure kindness in the hearts of earthly creatures, uplifting them to the highest level, thereby winning a complete victory in the divine mission to which he had been entrusted. There was a slight pause in the sweet words of the Messiah, and in light of the calm that had spontaneously come over the noisy room of a few minutes ago, he concluded with an expressive tone in his voice. Education and sanctification represent inseparable forces of the Spirit's glory. Knowledge and love are the two wings of the angels that have reached for the divine throne. But far and wide, those who love are far ahead of those who merely know. Okay, let us dissect the message, as we say in anatomy. Let us see the parts of it so we can understand. In the first part of the Spirit's book by Kardec, when we study about the divine and natural laws, its introduction, we get to know that the laws of God are in our conscience. But we forget, we disregard it, so we need to be reminded. And the Spirit revealed to us in that very chapter, and I don't remember exactly the question and answer number, but they share with us that the more we get to know of the details of the law, the easier it is for us to comply with it. So that's why Spiritism brings to us this breakout, like it brings the detailed information about it all. So then understanding, discerning it, it's easier for us to comply. To simply say, love. But how do I do it? We need to take practical steps. And now there's science, and the Spirit is science to give us direction to it. So first and foremost, let us recap one of the big mistakes that we make in life, that is lack of love. When we despise the ones that are less privileged. The teacher, the warrior, the musician, and the doctor, they all were doing well, and then they started despising the simple, the ignorant. How many people do this? Many. Even in Spiritism, we find many who start working with the poor, but the minute they have the attention of the celebrities, they forget. They give a little bit to the poor, like crumbs, but they spend more time amongst the famous, the important, and the rich. We cannot go there. That's why Jesus said, I have not come for the healthy, but for the sick. And you think, but Jesus, who is healthy on earth?
Yeah. Ooh. Everybody, of course.
Thank you, Virginia. Of course, we're becoming healthier, right?
The more you get sick, the healthier you get.
Thank you, Virginia. Okay. Thank you. So now for us, it's a question. None of us, but those who think they are well, we're not going to go there and change. But we need to give a hand to those who think they need a hand. Those who need a hand, that's our focus. And it's awkward, it's weird, and it feels, but we need to be very attentive. Thank you, Sylvia, for your understanding.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay? So, one of the mistakes is this, and I will read from his very words again when he says that he began, the messenger of love succeeded because he began to work for the common good. So here, if we study just this one big paragraph, we have almost like a recipe. It's like a cake of love. Like the ingredients. What is it? Be merciful. What is to be merciful? Is to give people understanding and contextualize their lives, their deeds. Compassion, right? And diligent servant to all. So that's another ingredient. We diligently serve everyone. That's what we call benevolence towards everyone. So that's something we can do. Some people say, Vanessa, I have a hard time loving. But what is love? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. But that's not what it is, right? Love.
Love is something that makes us happy, and it makes us loving.
Thank you, Virginia.
True.
So true. Thank you for helping us because you summed up what we want to say. Thank you. Better than I could ever explain. So you felt it. Now let me try on my end, okay? It's not gonna sound as good, but let me try. So love is the byproduct of several actions, feelings. One of them is to be merciful and pay attention to all. Do good to all. Diligence in serving everyone. But do we have goodwill towards everyone? Not necessarily. If we see someone important, we would spend hours talking to this important person. But then with somebody who we don't know and it doesn't feel that important, we don't give the same attention. Thank you, friends. Thank you, Adilson, Silvia, Dulce. So the first element we can do to be more loving is to have goodwill towards everyone. Second recipe element, working for the common good. Not only for ourselves, because there are many people who only take care of their businesses, their lives, but they do not spend time helping others. Identifying with the people to whom he had to come to serve. And forgave everyone infinitely. And repeated the lesson 1,000 times over. That's Jesus, the messenger of love. So, have to repeat the lesson, forgive, and keep working for the common good, right? Dulce is saying love is the only sentiment that makes us human. Exactly. Right, Alexandra, welcome. So whenever he felt humiliated, he saw the offense as a beneficial challenge to his ability to perform regenerating deeds. That's so beautiful. Wow. To give a new meaning to that challenging experience and see the good. That's seeking the good. That is the ultimate way of seeking the good. If God is allowing us to go through this, it's because we're being trained in our muscles of love to be stronger so that we don't take it hard. It's okay. God loves us. In order to love his brothers and sisters in struggle without holding back, here we're compelled to pray for help because of people who are slandering and being sarcastic. So he would serve everybody, make himself the least of all. Humility. Humility. So he says the two wings. I remember Sunshine the other day talking about the two wings. Right, Sunshine? And knowledge and love. We need both. But which one is the most important love? Because it's the action.
Love that I said.
Exactly, Virginia. So Jesus really bring sweet words, says Neio Lucio. A slight pause in the sweet words of the Master. I mean, we don't ponder enough or don't reflect enough in these descriptions. How can a loving master be harsh, impositional? When I watch sometimes movies that are done about Jesus, I'm like, that's not the one I've got to know through Spiritism. He was not harsh. He was not rude. He was firm and loving.
Yes. And he was more than a movie.
More than a movie, right? Jesus is more than a movie. He's the governor of our planet.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hello, Miriam. A big hug to you, Miriam. To Isabella, the whole family. Saudades. Sunshine is saying, Thought in Life in Emmanuel talks about that knowledge and love. But you feel that Jesus is the coherent master. He's calm, he's simple in his explanation, and he uses a tone of sweetness. Wow, what a teacher, what a master. And it feels so good to be trained and coached by him and his loving team. a beautiful spirit in this universe that is assigned to tutor us. So if today we ask you, what is your tutor? The messenger of love.
Or your birthday.
Yes, so you and I have protecting spirits that are guided as much as we are by the messenger of love. The description is of the messenger of love that we know, Jesus. So you can say that you're daily, when the sun comes up, that's our exercise in the next 24 hours. Shall we? When you wake up, seek the sun. Because the sun is the ultimate expression of the governance of our solar system, of our planet. And feel that the rays of light are the emanations of Jesus' love for us. And tell yourself, let us tell ourselves, I am guided, tutored by the messenger of love. Let us tell ourselves daily and believe, because you're being trained by the messenger of love. To be loving, to be kind, we can do it. So let us tell ourselves, let's close our eyes and visualize the sun so we can do it when the sun is coming up. Visualize the rays of light bathing you and feel, I am guided and tutored by the messenger of love. I am guided and tutored by the messenger of love. I'm guided and tutored by the messenger of love. And so is everyone. And so is everyone. And so is everyone. And we can hear the Master telling us, peace on earth and goodwill amongst people. Peace on earth and goodwill amongst people. Thank you, dear messenger of love, for your patience, for your kindness, and for your constant tutorship. May we be better apprentices of yours by listening to your lessons and recommendations and applying ourselves to one day also be able to multiply the many talents you give to us. And so be it. Friends, yes, sunshine, the sun, Mr. Sun, Mr. What is that?
Okay.
Mr.
We skip that.
Okay. Please shine down on me.
Okay.
Oh, Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun.
Okay.
Hiding behind the tree. These little children are asking you, please come out so we can play with you, Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun. Please shine down on me.
Okay.
Right?
We are here just to make a little report news.
Thank you. So thank you, friends. Thank you for your kindness, for your patience, for your love. And now we have 24 hours to practice this loving connection with the messenger of love and multiply the love we receive. Until tomorrow, when we come for the Reformed Judge. What is it? Where is it? Is it in court? So come
It's
back.
another report.
Thank
card.
you, Virginia. And until tomorrow, God willing.
Yeah.